Are you feeling ready for a change, tired of all the contracting energies and all the stress that's been kind of pounding down on us for the last few years? Well, the good news is the planetary frequencies are shifting and the tipping point has been reached. We are moving into the new earth. We are moving into a higher state of frequency, a higher state of energy and consciousness. And with it will come tremendous, tremendous breakthroughs that will give us hope, give us solutions, give us our power back, return our health. A whole lot of good things are coming if you hop on board and join the evolutionary rise. We've been talking about the great planetary shift, the ascension of consciousness. It's not like we're going to take off like a rocket ship in physicality, but in the next year, we are absolutely going to be taking off like a rocket ship in terms of our creativity, our consciousness, and how we manage and resolve the challenges of the planet. My name is Sonia Choquette. If you're new to my channel, I'm so excited you're here. We're talking about creating the new earth. It's well underway, and the tipping point has been reached, and the old is going to collapse. Good news is, thank God, right? We are a bit sick of the mess we got ourselves into, and it's time for new consciousness, new solutions, and a new experience, so we don't have to live in this third dimension of fear and fight and flight and freak out that has been so amplified in the past few years. If you're coming back, great to see you again. I'm really excited about today's messaging because my guides, the emissaries of the third ray, are saying, buckle up. Things are improving. Don't miss it. Now, the first thing is there are four states that we have to be aware of, 4 states of consciousness: attention, intention, discernment, and love. So let's talk about those things as the tools of empowerment so you can become a new human. The first is attention. It is time to start paying attention to your thoughts, your consciousness, and where it rests. Because our thoughts, as we are learning more and more, undeniably more, is the foundation of our experience. They are powerful. They are not benign. They are not powerless. And if we're not paying attention to our thoughts, they get hijacked. And then all of a sudden, we're just operating as puppets and robots. So pay attention to your thoughts. And not the random this, that, and other. What do you dwell on? And it's so important now to start becoming aware that my thoughts are my magic. My thoughts, my focus, what I dwell on, what I stay attending to in my consciousness. And choose to dwell on the kind of human you want to be. Just choose, not just to focus your thoughts on it, but to go to the second, which is focus your body. Get into your body and get quiet, get centered. Take charge of your experience right now because there's so much wild energy going on around. But if we go inward and we get centered, if you start remembering your body, get out of your head, get back to your breath, get quiet. Even if you do this 2 or 3 times a day, and recognize as your heart beats, your mind creates, and that you are a powerful, powerful being. And you just have to learn how to harness and use that power in the ways that serve you and support you and bring the best out in you instead of burying it in a bunch of negative, fearful thoughts that are being poured into you from the outside. So that's the first, is to pay attention to your thinking and to choose to dwell on things that make you happy, to reassure you, to to calm you, and the best way to do that, the easiest way, is to just start noticing what you're grateful for. Just start noticing what's right around you that you're grateful for, the roof over your head, the food on your table, the water you're drinking, the nature that you can look outside the window and see, the birds in the trees. Just be grateful. And if you're not in that mindset right now, fake it till you make it, because it's so essential that you raise your vibration to catch the wave of the new human. So be grateful. If you practice being grateful, try this. And I've said it before, say thank you at least 20 times a day. Thank you, God. Thank you, birds. Thank you, neighbor. Thank you, kids. Thank you, partner. Thank you, server. Thank you, postman. Just be aware. Then within 3 weeks, you will recognize what I'm talking about. You will have made a huge shift into higher consciousness. The next thing is intention. Now, the biggest intentional shift that I encourage you to make is to live from the heart, to be a person who loves, starting with yourself. And if you have a hard time with that because you've been conditioned to self-reject, which is a sad and unfortunate wounding on this planet, then you start in little ways. I love that my eyes work. I love that I can smell things. I love that I have teeth in my mouth if I do. I love that my feet work. Just little things. I know that for me, after I developed this strange neuropathy in my feet, it was like, oh no way. I am going to take the power back in my electrical system, in my nervous system. I'm going to just allow my body to be healed. And it has been. But I realized how important my feet are. They take me places. So be grateful for the body that's functioning. Be grateful for the people that support you. There's someone out there covering the electrical grid, so when you turn on your lights, they turn on, or you plug in your phone, it gets recharged. There's someone delivering food to the stores. There's someone harvesting the food. Start to connect to that all humans are working together to help the whole. Be grateful, and you will be in a higher frequency. So if the first intention that you make right now is, as I move into the new year, I'm going to be grateful. I am going to focus on and place my thoughts and attention and intention on feeling good. Feeling good. I'm going to choose that rather than waiting for the world to get better so I can allow myself to feel good. I'm going to be a feel-good force. And again, fake it till you make it. And focus your behaviors. Be discerning. That's the next thing, discernment. Be discerning about what's capturing your attention and also what conclusions you're drawing. That our intuition is waking up. We are starting to get strong awarenesses, because that's part of the new human, is these internal faculties of awareness, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsense, divine knowing, absolutely being able to feel energy around us is really activating all the time now. It's like popcorn amongst the people. However, that's not enough to have these faculties open. What's important is that you embody them, you embrace them, you say yes to what's coming through instead of fight it, ignore it, distance from it, say, oh, that's so weird, I can't believe it, this is so freaky. It's not. It's not. And I assure you, by the end of the year, by the end of 2024, it's going to be very comfortable and common for people to start saying, my intuition is guiding me without all this nonsense and superstition keeping you from being empowered and aware. But discern. First, how are you responding to your own intuition? Are you embodying, embracing, and using the guidance as an empowering tool? Or are you responding to it from a superstitious, reactive place that says, oh no, that's freaking me out, I'm uncomfortable? So I've said it in my past videos, settle down and think this out. If your inner sense can pick up and guide you toward what vibrationally matches your intentions, your heart, and your physical well-being, why on earth would you question it? Just because someone told you long ago who is well uninformed that you don't have, that's not normal. They were wrong. Just like people used to say the earth was flat, and those who said, well, I think it's not, might have originally been considered nutcases. It turns out that they were feeling and sensing more than meets the eye. So we're at a new edge, a new horizon of being aware. So be discerning about how you respond to your own awakening intuitive faculties. Also, be discerning about really studying and reading life's energy accurately. I have a funny story. I was working with a client who was very awake, very aware, and he felt very, very intuitive. But he said, the problem is nobody around me I'll just think I'm just nuts. He was a doctor. And he said, my colleagues in my field will laugh at me if they know that my intuition is an important part of who I am. I hide it at all times. He said, don't even get me started on my wife. She'd divorce me if she heard me talking like this. Well, this is back in the day when I used to talk to people or visit with them in person. And as he's putting on his coat, the doorbell rings and it's my next client. It was his wife. Now, here's the funny thing. He was so shocked that this person he was so sure he knew would judge him was at my door. But rather than embrace that and have a good laugh, and here I am, and here you are, and oh my God, we really have this experience we're sharing, he ran out the back door. And that is fear. So we have to be discerning. What are you choosing? Fear or higher awareness? Fear because it just disrupts what's familiar. Because what's familiar, if it hasn't been disrupted yet, haven't we been disrupted enough to know we can deal with disruption? So be discerning, and especially about the conclusions you draw about the world around you. Stop telling stories. Stop taking a careless glance and judging people, and stop projecting your own biases and your own assumptions on people, and get out of your head, which makes that super easy to do. Get into your heart, be curious. What do I not know about this person I live with? What do I not know about this beautiful child that I am so privileged to parent? What do I not know about this friend or this colleague that requires my understanding and appreciation and compassion and acceptance? The third dimension, ego self, where all the inner lights were turned off, judges and pushes everyone away, and just like my wife will think I'm nuts, very comfortably decides I know what's up when you're completely wrong. So right now, our world is shifting so quickly, but our awareness, our attention, our intention, our discernment is so important, as is our commitment. What are you committed to? Now, lots and lots of spiritual teachers have talked about this. Don't be committed to misery out of habit. One of the underlying shadows of being committed to misery is the naive assumption or hope that if I'm miserable enough, someone will rescue me. But haven't you noticed no one's rescuing you? No one is capable of rescuing you. People may have even tried, and bravo for the effort, but how well did that work out? In other words, we have to be committed to our well-being and our joy. We have to reprioritize what's important in our life. So go back to your mindset and motivation. Do you have the mindset to have a good life, to be joyful and not let it be dependent on what's going on around you, but be an expression of the love that you're choosing to bring to the world from the inside, for self, for others, and the gratitude, the appreciation, and the presentness So we're not in the future and we're not dwelling on the past. Being committed, having the motivation to enjoy your life rather than postpone it until all the ducks are in a row, so they say. New humans aren't ducks anyway. We're swans. We're evolving into a new species. So these are big invitations, but they're made of every single human that's alive right now. They're not bigger than us. Bottom line, our free will determines the quality of whether we're going to rise to become a new human, part of the new earth, or whether we're going to just hold back and stay deeply invested and entrenched in our woundedness and in our resentments and in our fears and angers. We're really seeing now around us, in the world around us, the futility of that. It's just like a dog chasing its tail. There's no relief. To be aggressive and to lob bombs, whether they're physical, horrific bombs, whether they're atrocious behaviors or just cutting words or thoughts. There's no relief. There is no reward. There's no end game reward to stay in that third dimension frequency. No one wins. You don't win. There is no winner. Moving into love is what we need to do now, and put our attention on it, put our intention into it, put our discernment into it as well, in that am I being loving? And if someone's not being loving, can I be discerning enough to just feel their fear and have compassion, maybe even help them out a little with some kindness? Can I be generous of spirit? Can I offer a smile? Can I focus on joy? Can I be centered in my body and appreciate that I'm here in these exciting times and I could be part of this transformation? Believe me, within a year, the world we see now is going to be very different, for the better. Thank goodness. But between here and there, a lot of what is collapsing could be overwhelming. So don't focus on it. My teacher gave me a really good piece of advice when I first started developing my intuitive faculties and learning about my spiritual path. He said the most important thing to do is mind your own business. Someone else's negativity and rage, and don't let it infect you. Be clear about what your business is and commit to it. Mind it. Be aware, be present, be attentive to what is your priorities, your values, your motivations. And more than ever, please let those motivations be really grounded in love. Real love. Love for self, love for life, love for humanity, love for this planet, love for goodness, love for creativity, love for joy, love for God. Let love be your anchor. And if you do, this will be one of the best years of your life. So we're going to be going into 2024 very soon. I'm so excited. I wanted to start off with this beautiful message of encouragement. New you, new life, new way, new activation, and be ready for it. Choose to be a new human because the tipping point has occurred. Thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Better yet, hit the bell to get a notification when I come back, and subscribe. Tell your friends. We want a butterfly effect. The more of us that are committed to the heart space, to the new you, to the new human, to the new planet, to the new earth, the more we have to look forward to. Everything's going to change for the better. So please stick with us because you're part of that change and an important part. All my love, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.